Ghetts appeared in court today and his charge has been upgraded from causing serious injury by dangerous driving to causing death by dangerous driving after a fatal crash in northeast London. And they're saying that Ghetts allegedly failed to stop after his BMW hit 20-year-old Yubin Tamang on Redbridge Lane, Ilford on the 18th of October. Rest in peace to Yubin Tamang. My condolences go out to his family. A creator called Rage actually sat in court. He's explaining what the prosecutors had to say about Ghetts. They're also saying that the victim was flown nearly 60 to 70 feet in the air. He had a cardiac arrest. He was bleeding from his brain. There was a pool of blood, punctured lungs. It's really horrible what's happened. And the prosecutors have also got a list of previous charges from Ghetts to do with driving, which is not going to help whatsoever. And also a lot of evidence to show that he was driving the car. So I'll let Rage get into that. Before I get into this clip, I see a lot of people getting upset about journalism to do with this particular case. Now, this is a real life situation that's happened and we can't be silenced because it's from a celebrity or someone that we praise. By all means, I hope Ghetts gets a fair trial. I'm not a hater towards Ghetts whatsoever, but this is a real life situation that's happened and we've got to raise awareness to people to not do this in the future and learn from this situation. Once again, rest in peace to Yubin Tamang. My condolences go out to his family. Let's take a look at what Rage had to say.
The prosecutors explained that Ghetts knocked over the individual and threw him up to 60 to 70 feet. He was left bleeding from his head. A member of the public went to help once they saw the individual on the floor with his items scattered in the street. He was bleeding from his head and he had a pool of blood beside him. The member of public said he was non-responsive, so they began to give him CPR until the ambulance came. He had 2 collapsed lungs, fracture to the brain, and suffered cardiac arrest. A motorist who witnessed the incident gave Ghetts' car registration to the police. Police then went to his address hours later, and he seemed to not remember, and he asked the police, "What car was I driving?" They searched his house and found the key for his BMW, but they couldn't see the car. They then searched the local area around his house and found that the car was parked away from his property, even though he had a parking space on his drive. The CCTV at his home address showed that Ghetts was the only person to get out of the car wearing the same clothing on the night. They saw the significant damage to the car with a cracked windscreen and missing side mirror that was found on the scene and was linked to his vehicle. He was then taken to Islington Police Station. They also took a mouth swab which was positive for cannabis and a breathalyzer which was also positive for alcohol on his breath. He said that his car had collided with another car, but the motorist obviously saw different. CCTV from the petrol station on the same night of the incident shows Ghetts get out of the car, fill up petrol and go to pay. It shows he was the only person in the car as he walked away and locked the doors. Police also accessed cell site information that shows his journey along the road that the collision had happened. The prosecutor was basically explaining that he's got so many offences in relation to vehicles and other offences as well. I don't think it's safe for him to be on the streets, which is trying to paint him to be a menace to society, blood.